Right, we are now on step 13. In step 13, we're going to need to attach the steering linkage that we made in step 12 to our chassis using these screws. So these are the BA2s, which are the 3mm by 8mm machine screws, and these are the BA3s, which are the 3mm by 6mm screws. I'll just sort of bring that down so you can see there's a difference in their lengths. Okay, need to make sure you get the right screw in the right place. So we've got our part K4 from our parts tree, and we've got our linkage that we have, and we need to screw that onto the chassis using the BA2s, and the BA2s are going to go on this outside edge, and the BA3s, which are the smaller ones, are going to go on our steering posts, which we installed on our chassis. And we need to use K4, so we're literally popping that into here, and we're going to be collecting the BA3s on our steering posts here and here, and the BA2s on here and here. All right, so I shall show you how that is done. Right, so let's take our steering linkage like so, and I believe that's going to go on there and on there. Then we take our KA4 piece and make sure we get this in the right orientation. So we need to make sure that, I believe it's that way around with the, so we need to make sure that these recessing parts here, okay, if I can just scroll out a wee bit, there you go. So we need to make sure these parts are facing upwards, so when the screws go in, they dive in there. So you're going to go like that, almost mirroring the two holes we had. So you've got two holes here, so we're going to be taking this hole and this hole, and we're going to pop that into place on there. Okay, there we go, and we're going to collect those, so that's going to be moving underneath. So I'll get the screws in place so that we can get them into play in there. So let's get the screwdriver, put a couple of turns on this one so it's into the plastic. And again, you notice I'm doing the two larger ones, which are the 3mm by 8mm screws. There we go. So you can see that. I'm just going to tilt that up a bit. Yes, go more wide angle as much as we can. So this one here, do this one first. Come back out a bit so we can do this one. There we are. Just till it stops. You'll feel it stop. It gets tight, quarter turn. It's tight, quarter turn. And then we take the smaller ones and we pop those into the holes. It's actually the holes there like that. If I can bring that in, it's in that hole there like that. See if I can show you again on the one nearer to the camera. So it goes on this first hole. There we are. And as that's already going into a machine surface, that's quite straightforward. So again, tight and a quarter turn, tight and a quarter turn. There we are. That is done. Step 13 completed. And we have our steering linkage. Nice and smooth. Lovely. Bye.